Hello and welcome to Show Up and Hangout number 40. We're getting old. We have one very much returning guest, one-time returning guest. I think that's right. Two-time? And one completely new. So I'll have you introduce yourself, say who you are on the app, what you'd like us to call you, and the last thing that you read in any context at all. Start with Ima.
Okay, well, I'm a nag on the app. You can call me Ima. Um, and the last thing I read was probably the text message explaining how my Cub Scouts barometer works. So that's about it.
All right. Rainey.
I'm Rainey. You can call me Rainey or Amanda. And the last thing I read was probably my puzzle box that I was doing.
Puzzle book?
Yeah, like this. I'm doing this 1,000-piece puzzle. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea. It's like insane. So I was
Oh,
reading about it. Yeah, I don't know what I got myself into. But that was the last thing that I read.
my in-laws are really into doing puzzles, in the winter, and that's fun. We have fun with it. There's one puzzle that we like to do, and it's what is it? It's called Get Lost in a Maze or something like that. Get Lost in a Puzzle, and it's essentially a picture of this big, is it like hedge puzzle? You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah.
a hedge maze through hedges,
Oh,
whatever you want to call it.
Oh,
Um, and it's a bunch of little squares that are all exactly the same size. So each square is made of, 9 pieces or 16 pieces or whatever, some square number. And each piece fits into each other piece. So you make a bunch of squares and then have to try and fit the squares together so that the picture works. But
That's cool.
it's a
wow.
fun one, but it's really hard.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Sticks.
All right, I'm Sticks and Stones on the app. You can call me Sticks and Stones or Sticks for short. The last thing I read would be the book Invisible Man for my summer reading for school.
Oh
So,
man,
yeah,
summer reading for school. I
yeah, it's
remember
always
doing
fun.
that. I really do remember doing that.
Yeah,
But I liked it. I had good summer reading. I think the worst summer reading book I had was The Great Gatsby, and that's not exactly a bad book.
oh, yeah, I like that book.
Mhm. Um, all right, I am Firefly 5 on the app, Gaitin in real life, and any variation on any of those is fine. Um, I answer to most things. And for reading, the last thing I read was, shoot. Oh, like 7 chapters out of James and the Giant Peach. I read stories to the kids before they go to sleep, and they just kept asking for one more today. I'm bad at saying no, no, I don't want to read more. So
And that's a good book.
it is. It is. We started it yesterday. We're halfway through, but
Oh, wow.
it's fun. Well,
Yeah.
when you read like 7 to 10 to 15 chapters at night, it goes fast.
Yeah.
All right. We have some questions, some rollover questions from the last couple weeks, and then questions in the poll too. So I'll try and do some combination of them. Um, usually Julie's pretty quick to pick out which questions or to go on in an order or anything, but um, she's very much asleep, and I'm just trying to go back to juggling a little more, I guess. Um, so let's see. A vegetarian says, "Do you have any special birthday traditions? Do you have any cool stories about your birthday?" Um, start with Rainey.
I love breakfast. Breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. So, on my birthday, I always make sure to get my family together, like at least 15 of us, and we usually pick a spot in town and go to breakfast and have like a big feast. So that's like my main tradition on my birthday.
We our favorite meal to go out for is breakfast too.
It's so good.
Oh, fantastic. We have we have a breakfast place we really like, and we go there often enough now to where we walk in, and even if there's a big long line out the door, which does happen quite a bit, if one of the kids walks in first, they'll just, oh yeah, we'll get a table for you.
That's awesome.
There's 5 of you, no problem. We brought friends. That was the last time we brought friends, and like, oh, there's 9 of you. I bet we can do that. We'll be fine. It's cool. How about you, Emma?
Well, aside from everyone trying to stretch their birthday out beyond just the actual day, um, because we're already getting my oldest son, his birthday is coming up at the end of the month, and he's already working on, well, it's almost my birthday. Well, not yet. But so yeah, we all try to stretch it. But I guess the one tradition we have is that for my kids' birthdays, and I take cake requests. So whatever flavor cake, whatever shape cake they want, I will try to make it.
Okay. What's the most impressive shape you've done?
I make a lot of choo-choo trains. I make a lot of lightsabers.
Okay.
But I think the most impressive one was trying to put together the Sorting Hat from Harry Potter.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's awesome.
So that was pretty fun.
Oh man. All right, Sticks, you're up.
I mean, nothing really, but I was born at 5 a.m., so every year my sister takes it upon herself to re-download an air horn app and wake me up with that every morning. So that's a treat. Besides that, nothing really though.
Painful.
Yeah.
All of our kids were born at like times that people would actually be home.
Yeah.
And um, and then for me, it's I've only really started celebrating birthdays recently. Um, but yeah, breakfast is a really big thing. We we all like breakfast here, um, and that works. My youngest my youngest's birthday is a little more than a week after mine, so it's nice. We end up really just delving into her celebration first, and that works out really well. It's more fun to celebrate with kids anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Death Sheep asks, would you rather find everything you've ever lost or remember everything you've ever forgotten? And I'll start with Sticks on this one.
Oh, I mean, I can't really think of anything important that I've lost, but I do know that I've had a lot of song ideas that I've forgotten and I would really like to remember. So I'd probably like to get all of my forgotten memories back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What about you, Rainey?
Definitely everything I lost. Like I can see the good in remembering everything you ever forgot, but that's like also a lot of bad, like a lot of bad memories that I wouldn't want to remember, and I lose stuff all the time, so I'm gonna go with finding everything I've ever lost.
There you go. Emma, are you remembering or finding?
I am remembering, I think, on that one. So definitely remembering. I don't know, there's just so much that seems to go on and more, and it's like the things I want to remember are just going to fall right out, so I would rather remember. So,
I'm with you.
how about you?
I'm with Rainey. I don't really lose things, but there are things that I've worked hard to forget, and I don't want to have to remember them.
Yeah.
So, remembering is not always all it's cracked up to be. I will very gladly give up that. Um, if you were a superhero, this is Alki. If you were a superhero, what would your name be? Um, Ima.
Oh gosh. Oh. Of course, I guess we'd have to figure out what our powers are, right? Or do we already know our superpower?
Oh, I mean, maybe it's part of the name. Maybe it's just you don't have to. You just need a good name.
I don't know. Well, I was gonna say I know what stats would be, but I'm not sure about mine.
What would stats be?
Stat would be Captain Probability, but his is easy. But um, I don't know. I don't. Any hints over there? I don't know.
Pass. We'll come back.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to come back. I don't know.
All right. All right. Sticks, do you have a good one?
Um, I don't know. Well, like, it would depend on what my power would be, but if I was just like told today that I had to have a superhero name, it'd probably be something like Bigfoot or something, because that's what all my friends call me because my feet are huge.
How big are your feet?
Well, right now they're size 15s, so
Wow.
about to grow out of them though. I have to custom order rugby cleats from Australia, so that's always fun.
No.
But
Oh,
and they're still growing, so we'll see.
man, that sounds like such a difficulty.
Yeah.
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 All right. How about you, Rainey?
I think I would want to be like unicorn girl. Like ride my unicorn and just like throw glitter and happiness everywhere. That fits me pretty well.
There are many worse things.
Yeah.
Ima, do you have anything?
Okay, well, I would have to maybe, since I'm a teacher by trade, either go with the know-it-all, because I've been called that by my students. Um, yeah, maybe that would be it. So, I don't know.
Jonathan.
Something like that. Sorry, I was distracted by my son over there. So. What about you?
Um, I don't know. I kind of disappeared. I'm I'm pretty good at dropping off the radar. Um, so I might be, I don't know, quiet man or something. I don't know. I don't know. I drop off pretty easily, and it happens all the time, whether I mean it to or not. Um, but it works out fine. Let's see. Um, Death Sheep asks, would you rather sleep with a light on that's just a little too bright, or a jackhammer running outside that's just a little too loud? Uh, I'm a
Oh, that's easy. I'd rather go with the light than the jackhammer.
really? Why?
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I can fall asleep with the light on. That's not an issue. I've been able to do that since I was a kid, but the noise thing would get me, I think. So, and jackhammers aren't exactly, quiet. So,
Um, I think, and I don't presume to speak for everyone necessarily, but I think that as a male, we are born with this innate ability to tone out sounds, particularly voices,
Yeah.
and um, that jackhammer sounds like something I'd be able to tune out pretty quickly.
you're lucky.
Uh,
Ever since I had kids, that was the end of it for me.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Anything that's not, like a clear cry for help, I'll sleep through. But, um,
Wow.
Rainy,
I'm with Ima on this. I would definitely pick the too bright of a light. I can sleep a lot easier with a light on than with loud sound.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. How about you, Six?
Um, I'd actually have to go with the sound because I also can tune stuff out, as my mom has learned all too well, very easily. So I think that would be not too difficult to sleep through.
Yeah. It's a natural defense mechanism. We have to be able to do that.
Yeah, natural selection.
There it is.
Um, what? Yeah, I guess Red Hill asks, what do you do for a living? Or I guess, what do you plan to do for a living? And how did you decide to do it?
Who's that?
It's curious.
I think you should answer first.
Who?
Your son. I didn't see who.
Oh, oh, Jonathan. You want to
Yeah.
come answer a question?
Go answer.
Come here. This ought to prove interesting. Okay. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Hmm.
And why?
I don't know. Um,
No idea.
that's right.
What happened to video game designer?
Oh yeah.
It's a good thing to be.
I want to be a video game designer because I have the best ideas.
Do you want to wear a size 15 shoe?
That's funny.
How about you, Emma? What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a special ed teacher.
Again?
Again, yes. I love it. He's like, again? Yeah. Best job ever. I mean, a lot of paperwork, but I mean, you can never complain about a job where you have a hug limit so you can get stuff done, or I mean, it's just fun. Helping people spell their love notes so they don't goof up. It's hard not to like that kind of job. So
That sounds nice. I don't know if it's something I could do. I really don't know if it's something I could do, but it's awesome that you do.
it's a good one.
Sticks, what about you?
I want to be a social psychologist, and I don't really know why. It's just people interest me. Like I'm not good at talking to them, but I like watching. That's creepy. I'm not a stalker, I swear. I don't know, I just like watching people interact. I can't word this without sounding creepy, but it's just like interactions interest me, I guess, and I want to learn more about how we as a society interact with each other and stuff like that.
Okay, that's cool. How about you, Rainey?
I want to be rich when I grow up.
All right.
Well, right now my husband and I, we like co-own a business with his grandpa, and we're like working in the process of like taking it over completely from them. And it's a painting business, and we kind of want to grow that into, oh, my cat wants to say hi. We kind of want to grow that into like flipping houses and going that direction. And we love working for ourselves, so hopefully we can get rich from doing that.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. That's cool. We've got some friends who do, who flip houses. He quit a job at Boeing specifically to do this, and
Wow.
um, and he loves it.
Yeah.
She she works as some high-end medical something or other. So even if he were to utterly fail, they'd be fine. But they do well with it. So that's cool. Um, I
Yeah.
teach right now at school or at a college, and I like it, and I would do more of it. this summer I'm writing labs for a lab course, and that's interesting. It's a lot of work. Um,
Yeah.
trying to trying to go through and say what do I want them to learn first, and then how do I design something around that, and how do I go back and try and anticipate where the problems are going to come. But it's interesting, and it's nice because it's for a lab class and it's a lower level lab class. I can take my kids and have them run the experiments and
That's cool.
see if it works out well for them. So my older two are almost 6 and 4, and next week they get to come in and test out some stuff in a wind tunnel.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
going to be a cool thing for them. So yeah, that's what I do, and I like it. Um, the schedule is really nice too, with having family and with being able to be around. Like I teach 1 or 2 days a week, and I can pretty much lump everything that I need to do into those couple days and be home with my family 4 or 5 days a week, which is really, really nice.
Yeah.
I think we lost 2 of you to freezing issues.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
I wonder
I'm
if we'll be
here.
back. Okay.
I don't know.
Oh,
Are
no.
we there?
Oh, there it is. There it is. You were both, Ima and Sticks were both completely frozen, and I thought this is crazy. And then I blinked, and Sticks had moved. It was like it was very Weeping Angels of you,
Uh,
kind of half creepy. No, it was that.
I'm gonna have nightmares now.
I'm probably gonna watch those episodes after this is over. Uh, MTV Writer asks, "Have you ever had a wardrobe malfunction?" Um, have Sticks go first on this.
Okay, excuse my ignorance. What would that wardrobe malfunction? I've never heard of that term. I don't know if it's because I'm ignorant or sheltered. What would that
Nope.
entail?
Honestly, and don't take it the wrong way, it's honestly just a young thing. A handful of years ago, Janet Jackson more or less exposed herself during the Super Bowl, and that became a term that was thrown around a lot.
Oh, okay. Um, I mean, I can't say that's ever happened to me. I've always just worn just normal shorts, t-shirt, so there's never been much room for error, I guess, unless I just always look like an idiot in those. So, I don't know.
Fairly safe. How about you, Rainey?
Yes. It was senior year during winter formal, the dance, and I had a strapless dress on, and I was dancing, and I wasn't paying attention, and I looked down, and my strapless dress had just came right down, and I pulled it up real fast. Nobody had said anything to me, so I don't think anybody saw. I when I think about it, I still to this day get so embarrassed, but I'm hoping that nobody saw anything.
How about you, Emma?
Can't say I've really had anything memorable. Not really, but I don't know. Can't really think of anything, but yeah, boring.
Boring is good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain. Boring's all right. So
I don't think I've got anything. I had a time we were making so in high school we always had options of different projects and stuff to do, and for one of the history ones, we made movies, and I think I've told this story on here before actually. But we made movies, and we were at my friend's place. I didn't realize that the patch of whatever that I had fallen into was poison ivy. So when I went inside, his mom just looked at me and said, "Hey, take off your clothes." And after the obligatory asking her if she was going to buy me a drink first, then it came up that it was poison ivy and whatever. It turns out I don't react to it, which is really nice, especially to find
Lucky.
that. But that was probably the closest I've come. Um, let's see. Uh,
Good night.
Fat Shadow asks, who would you rather have to fight to the death in an illegal underground tournament? Columbo or the Golden Girls?
That question cracked me up.
You're up first, too.
Oh.
Yeah, you're up first, Emma.
Oh, I'm first. Columbo. Definitely Columbo. I mean, I know that they're all a little older and slower, but there's four of those Golden Girls, and he's all by himself. So, that way I'm not outnumbered.
Okay. How about you, Rainey?
This is like really embarrassing, but when I saw him ask that question and I had to Google who they were, like both of them. I've never seen any of the shows. So I'm just gonna go with Ima and say I'd rather do one instead of four.
I can honestly say
Yeah, and Estelle Getty, she's feisty.
I've never seen the Golden Girls either. I used to watch Columbo when I was younger, and man, I don't think anyone's ever said that before. I used to watch Columbo when I was younger, but now
Did it freeze?
I kind of grew out of it. No. How about you, Sticks?
I'd have to go with the Golden Girls because there's four of them, but they're all old. What are they gonna do? Like, I mean, I might regret asking that, but I don't think they'd pose much of a threat.
I don't know. Projectile hard candies could be bad news.
That is true. That's true. But I love that question though.
No, I think I'm with you. Columbo always finds a way to do something ridiculously crafty. I don't know. Could be a problem. Cat G, if you could teach your kid or kids one thing that would be guaranteed to stick, what important thing would you teach them? That's a good one. Rainy.
I've been thinking about, yeah, it's a really good question, so way to go, Kat. I think one of the most important things that I wish I would have learned a long time ago was just be true to yourself and don't let other people influence you. And as long as you're happy, then that's all that really matters at the end of the day.
It's a big one. How about you, Sticks?
I mean, there might still be some important lesson that I haven't learned yet because I'm still kind of young, but to stray from the usual, like, be honest, like, try your hardest, I'd say enjoy what you have while you have it because I'm really nostalgic and yeah, I'm only 17, but like, I always look back and wish, oh, I wish I had, and think I wish I had enjoyed this more, or I wish I had really appreciated this when I had it. So I'd say, like, appreciate what you have.
It's a good one too. I'm not a nostalgic person, and it's almost a problem. But I agree with you completely. Like that's a really important one. How about you, Emma?
I would have to say gratitude. I think if you can be grateful for what you have, that attitude can carry you through a lot of struggles. And I think that as long as they're grateful for what they have in their lives or, for their family, whatever, as long as they have gratitude, I think they can tough out just about anything.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. That's a really good question.
That is a good one.
I think I'd say uh, remember that people are people. That you're not the only one who has a struggle, who's going through things um, that we're all just kind of doing the best we can. And I think remembering another person's humanity is something that gets lost pretty easily. So I think that's what I'd go with. Oh, I'm in kind of a weird spot where a couple of things come together. So sorry. A vegetarian asks for your perfect Sunday. Sunbae Sunday. Um, and you can go first on that one.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of a fan of a two-scoop sundae, so probably something with peanut butter chocolate in the ice cream would be awesome. With hot fudge, maybe a little bit of broken up Reese's Pieces crumbled over it, whipped cream, and a cherry on top. I'm all set.
Okay. Rainey, you look like you're ready with an answer.
Now I'm like really hungry. I think I would go with vanilla ice cream, brownie bits, some waffle cone bits, chocolate sauce, and whipped cream.
Mm.
All right. 6?
I'm kind of an ice cream fanatic, so mine is going to be like I have a scoop of mint chocolate chip, a scoop of watermelon ice cream with gummy worms, chocolate sauce, Reese's, peanut butter cups, M&Ms, and whipped cream.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never heard of watermelon ice cream.
Oh yeah, they just started like selling it at our Baskin Robbins, and
Very cool.
yeah.
Yummy, huh?
Yep.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Um, I think I'd want to go with, probably vanilla ice cream. Um, maybe with walnuts. I like walnuts. And I don't know, caramel. Some kind of caramel. I don't think about ice cream very much. Um, I think, yeah, nope, that's what I'm going with. Probably no cherry on top. I'm not big on that. I don't know why. Uh, what's the crappiest job you've ever had? Asks the wolf. Sticks, you're first on this one.
I've never had a job. I mean, like, I only could just start working last year, and I was too lazy to actually do it. So I guess I've never had the chance to have a bad job.
That's not a bad record.
Yeah.
How about you, Rainey?
Probably when I was a softball umpire. It was when I was like 17, and I'm only 5'2", so I'm really little, and all the parents, no matter how you're gonna call the game, some parents are gonna be upset with you, and I would have these dads, these huge dads, like threaten me. Like, I'll see you in the parking lot, or, just yelling all these names at me, and it scared me so much. So I hated going to work. That was definitely my worst job I had.
Man,
Yeah.
well, somehow in my head you're like 5'6", 5'7".
I wish. I'm very short.
I hear ya. I'm 5'3".
Yay, shorty!
In my head you're 5'6", you're 5'7" too.
Oh, really? Thank
Even
you.
though Drew's met you and stuff. Yep. How about you, Emma?
I'd say my worst job was in college. I was a toilet bowl cleaner, 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. I had a job cleaning the toilets and the urinals on campus.
Oh,
That wasn't a picnic, so
No.
but it paid the bills. So you know, yeah.
Uh, I worked retail and didn't much like that, but it worked out okay because I, at some point or other, got moved to being the fitting room attendant, and that mostly meant sleeping in the back of the fitting room. But I've worked at a couple restaurants, um, and those are always interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the worst job I had was probably a restaurant job. Um, one of them. It was probably I was a server for a little while at a restaurant that was doing very poorly, and
oh,
that was a bad deal because it was the food wasn't very good, so you didn't get the food benefit, and then there weren't many people coming in, so I was legitimately making whatever $2.50 an hour or something, and yeah, that was a bad one. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's in the past. Let's see. Do you enjoy camping, and when, if ever, was the last time you went? From XX116XX. Uh, Rainy.
Yeah, I love camping. My family goes every year for Easter and Thanksgiving since I was born. Um, I didn't go last year uh, due to some stuff, so I guess 2 years ago was the last time I went camping. I really miss it though. So yeah, I try to go at least 2 years, 2 times a year.
Where do you go? Like, do you go?
Our favorite camping spot is 13 miles um, south, like southeast of Yosemite. It's on the backside of Yosemite, and there's no camping spots. You don't pay for it. It's like just complete wilderness. We have to go to the bathroom in a 5-gallon bucket, so it's like hardcore camping. But I really like it.
There you go. What
Cool.
about you, Sticks? Do you like camping?
yeah. I mean, I'm not like a hardcore camper or anything, and I've actually only been camping like twice,
Probably
and the
because your feet
last
don't fit in
time,
the tent.
huh?
Do your feet stick out of the tent?
Yeah, yeah, my huge feet. But the last time I went was in when I was like in fourth or fifth grade, so I really haven't gone in a while.
Okay. Ima, do you camp? Do you enjoy
I
it?
do like to camp. I because of the all the moving we've done in the last few years, I haven't camped since we left North Carolina. So for me, it's been a couple of years. But yeah, I like it. It's fun. So I always enjoy the cooking out part. So go figure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like camping a lot. We're trying to figure out a good way to do it with the kids. Um, so in the meantime, it's hey, we'll take the tent and we'll set it up here or there or you know,
Yeah. Practice in the
either
backyard.
yeah, we'll do it in the backyard. We'll do it at my in-laws, um, or we'll try and go, close by or whatever. But um, we're gonna try and extend outward a bit more. The kids are getting older, and that makes it easier.
Hmm.
But I think camping plus diapers wouldn't have ever worked. Like I'm sure there are people that can make that work, but I'm sure I'm not one of them.
Yeah.
Let's see. Um, would you rather walk barefooted through a field of slugs, or a room full of slugs, or crickets?
Ugh.
Emma?
Um, it's hard to decide which is worse, crunchy or slimy. I might go with the crickets, just because slugs really gross me out, but crickets not so much. So I'd go with the
This
crickets, I guess.
this is based on a weird dream I had the other night. It wasn't a good
No.
one. This was on. I woke up and the house was on fire. In my dream, I woke up and the house was on fire, and I had to go through this room or that room. And one was filled with slugs, and one was filled with.
Yikes.
I chose slugs. I'm not sure if I would actually choose the slugs in real life. I think I might. But it was a bad deal because the crickets hopped into the room too, so I got hooked.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Double whammy.
yeah. I wish I would have thought of it a little bit better because the crickets probably would have tried to get out of the way, but maybe not.
Yeah.
That's true.
But what about you, Rainey?
I'm picking crickets. I don't like slimy, smushy textures, so I'm all for the crunchy.
Okay. Sticks, you're nodding. Are you going with crickets too?
Yeah, I would. I mean, neither of those sound too bad. Like, I'd do that for a bet if I made a decent amount of money. Um, yeah, the crickets, probably like everyone has been saying, they'd get out of the way. It wouldn't be all slimy and stuff, and probably wouldn't be too bad.
Okay. All right. Um, let's see. That's pretty much the same question we did. Uh, that's kind of not a good one to ask, maybe. Uh, oh, here you go. K41. Pretend you're a writer for Hallmark. Pick a holiday and write your best one-liner for the card.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Leave it to
Yeah.
Kay.
And I'll have
Hmm.
Sticks go first on this one.
Ah, um, I have no idea. I don't know. We like skip me on this one. Come back.
All right.
I'm gonna inconspicuously look on the internet here. See if I can.
I may or may not try and sneak this question in again next week because I think Julie would have a great answer for this. Um, she's, yeah, she's probably the more creative of the two of us. I'm not sure. I would think so. What about you, Rainey? You have a good one?
Um, yeah, that's the part that's so hard is the one-liner. Like, I know I would write it for Valentine's Day, but like the one-liner has got me really stumped. I'll have to think about that.
Emma, do you have something ready?
Um, I'd probably have to go with the birthday card. Because now that I'm past 40, everyone jokes about being much older. So I think I would have to probably do something with like a billboard for hemorrhoid cream and something like got roids. Um, that's about all I got off the top of my head. So
Okay. I know, this one's really hard. I probably asked it.
I know Kate got the stumper in there. Wow.
Yeah.
She
Good
really,
job.
do you have another one? Or do you have one, Sticks?
Uh, I mean, I'm looking on the internet. These aren't really PG here, but I don't know. I can't think of any. No, sorry.
This might be a good comeback to it next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, here's one. Tom, this is a more situational one. Tom, hating his wife and wanting her dead, sorry, puts poison in her coffee, thereby killing her. Jane, Tom's sister, hates her husband. One day, Jane's husband accidentally poisons his own coffee, thinking that it's cream. Jane, having talked to Tom, uh, has the antidote handy. She doesn't administer it, though, and her husband dies in front of her. Was Jane's inaction as bad as Tom's action?
I'd say
Ima.
yes. I'd say yes. I don't know. There's omission and there's commission, but they're both bad. Doesn't matter which one you do. So.
Uh, how about you, Six? Anything?
Yeah, I'd say they're both because they both knew like the consequences of their action or inaction, and they still went through with it or didn't go through with it, and it led to the same consequence. So I'd say that yeah, it is. They are just as bad.
Rainey, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely, in my opinion, just as bad. I mean, both of them knew what was going on, and both of them, especially the Jane, she could have saved him, but she just, let him die. I think they're both just as bad.
Okay. I'm going to be the odd one out and say that Jane's thing isn't quite as bad because there's no premeditation. That Tom legitimately planned to kill his wife, and Jane wasn't planning to kill her husband, though she wasn't exactly upset about it.
I say it's stone cold to watch someone just die.
It is. It is, but for that matter, Tom did that to his wife also. He just watched her die, right? But he was also specifically the cause of it. I'm not saying that what she does isn't or is any kind of excusable or anything like this. I'm saying that what he does is everything she does plus the premeditation of setting it up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just my take on it. I don't know. Um, you're confronted by a genie who makes you this offer, because genies are just great news here. Um, a book will be published that lists every one of your faults and poor decisions. The book will have your name, first and last, in the title. In exchange, you'll be granted exactly one wish. Do you take the deal? Rainey.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I don't have anything too bad. I'm not really ashamed of anything, especially now that I'm older and more mature and everything. I don't think I'm really ashamed or embarrassed of anything, and all my friends and family that I'm close to know everything anyway. So yeah, I'll take that wish.
Do you know what you'd wish for?
Um, I'd probably be boring and just wish for money.
How about you, Sticks?
I mean, who's gonna buy a book that's like titled, "Oh, Alex Faults"? Like, I feel like that wouldn't be a bestseller or anything, so it wouldn't be too much of a problem. But yeah, I'd probably take the deal. I don't really regret anything I've done, um, and I feel like not many people would actually spend money on that book anyway. So.
Do you know what you'd wish for?
I'm not gonna be the guy who says more wishes. No, actually, I will because I really can't think of anything off the top of my head besides like, world peace and bunny rabbit. I don't know. More wishes. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Emma, what do you think?
I will take the deal. I will take the deal. There's really nothing that scary in my past that I don't mind the book coming out, and I think Styx is right. Who seriously is going to buy that? So, yeah, I'll take the deal. So, And I guess as far as the wish goes, I would just want my sons to be happy and make good choices. So
Okay, that's a good one. I'd take the deal in a second. If that's the sort of book that could actually make money, I'd write it myself. I mean, whatever. Um, I mean, realistically, the title's going to be too long if it's got my whole name on it, but that's
I
okay
hear you.
too. Yeah. So that's, I don't know. For one wish, I feel like it'd be that everyone's got enough food and water. I don't think people should die of starvation or thirst when other people are dying from overeating. Like that seems completely ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I think I'd want to go with something big and encompassing. Uh, Oh Solus? I don't actually know if that's even how you. That's what it looks like to me.
Me too.
Okay. And I'm sorry if that's not actually it, and if it's like, because that happens to me all the time where, oh, oh, no, these are separate words. There's a space in there. This isn't what we meant at all. It says, find my button. It says, what's your favorite type of music, and also what's your favorite group or artist within that genre of music? What's your favorite kind of music, bud?
Pokemon.
Pokemon music.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
You say hi?
Hi.
Right.
You want to introduce them to your pal?
Oh. Nice.
And that's his best pal, Hippo.
Cute.
Nice.
Hippo the Hippo. Love you. Hey. Rainey, favorite kind of music?
Right now I'm like really into 90s alternative music, and I guess my favorite band in there would be The Outcast. Like, yeah, I really like that's the one I've been listening to a lot lately.
Outcast, you said?
Yeah.
I like Outcast a lot. I don't know if I would have even put them as, but yeah. How about you, Sticks?
I mean, if I could be vague, I actually answered a poll like this a few days ago. If I could be vague, I would say my favorite genre is rock. But if I would have to zero in on one like subgenre, that would be hard. I would probably have to go with blues rock, and my favorite group is the Animals. Way before my time, but that's probably my favorite group at the moment.
How about you, Emma?
I would have to go with rock, probably. And I've been a fan of U2 for a long time. So I'd probably go with U2. But yeah.
My sister-in-law just went and saw them, I don't know, a few weeks ago. Might have been a month ago by now.
They put on a great show. So.
Oh, me? Um, you ask. This guy here did a poll some time ago. He grabbed my phone and did one, and he wants to ask it again, and he remembers what it is. So go ahead, bud. What is it?
What do you like better, biking or riding?
Biking or what?
Riding the bike.
Biking or riding a bike?
Yeah. I mean swimming by riding a bike.
Oh. I remember that poll. That was a good poll. I like that one. I like to swim better than ride the bikes. But I like both. But I like swimming just a little bit better.
And how about you, Rainey?
Can you believe I don't know how to do either one? Like, I don't know how to swim. I don't know how to ride a bike. Uh, when I'm swimming, I know how to stay afloat, but I don't ever go into the deep end. So I guess swimming, since at least I can do it and not have to have training wheels on my bike.
It's
So
just,
yeah, if anybody wants to teach me, I'm down for that.
you want to teach her how to swim? Yeah.
Awesome.
How about the other guy?
How about the other guy? Why don't you ask him? Say, hey, other guy.
The other guy.
Me? I enjoy riding my bike more because that's all I did when I was a kid, and I'm not a big water person. So I'd probably have to go with riding a bike.
I like both more.
Which one do you like more?
Mm, mm, mm.
Which one do you want to do tomorrow?
That's a hard choice.
It's your question.
I forgot.
All right. Off to bed, bud. Thanks for playing.
Good night.
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 Bye.
Bye. I got tons of free coupons here in case you need any.
Bud? Please pause. I will. You go to bed. Go to bed. No. It's time for bed. Sorry. Love you. I don't know how they're still awake. Seriously.
It's summer. There's just something about it.
It's true. Man, he doesn't sleep. He sleeps like I sleep.
We accidentally bumped from the tree. Cover the water.
Go to bed. Go take care of it. Go to bed. Oh, you're up too. Good night. Let's see. Let's do one more and call it. I'm starting to get my hands full.
A cute girl. It's
Okay.
a cute girl.
You climb up. Climb up.
Go
Climb
show
up.
'em. Come on. Come on. Show 'em. Come on.
Would you rather?
Cute.
You want to say hi to? There you go. There are two of them. The third one is asleep, by the way.
You know right.
Would you rather send an embarrassing email to your entire company or class?
Whatever.
Sorry. Or eat an entire stick of butter.
Or eat a what?
An entire
An
stick.
entire stick of butter.
Ooh.
Can I put powdered sugar on that butter?
Sure. Yeah, how about it?
I'll do with butter.
Can we turn that into frosting somehow?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, we can make it look like a cake.
There you
I
go.
like that. I like that.
That was gonna be mine.
Yeah.
Maybe it was. You can put two butter sticks together, and then put powdered sugar, and then frosting on the middle, and then put a candle in, and then put some little frosting white dress on the side, and then put that on the top of the cake. And then it's a cake.
Great.
Happy birthday! It's almost my birthday because it's August 8th.
All right. Rainey, how about you?
At my company, it's just me, my husband, and my brother-in-law that have the email. So I'll just pick that one.
Not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sticks, what are you doing?
Ooh. I'd say a good 90% of my class doesn't even know who I am, so I feel like that would be kind of safe. But I used to eat butter when I was a kid. I used to eat sticks of butter when I was a kid. I was huge. So I feel like that wouldn't be too difficult. I'd probably just eat the butter, actually.
Okay. I'd probably do the butter, but bury it in mashed potatoes.
Oh, that would be cool.
That just sounds good. Mashed potatoes sound good.
Hey guys, wanna see my video?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it, and thanks for being on.
Thank you.
We'll be back.
Thank you, Brad.
We'll be back next week with two more individuals in this house being asleep and one more individual in this house being awake. And in the meantime, that's all I've got. For any questions that were posted that we didn't get to, I'll write them down and we'll get to them next week. I think that's it. So.
Oh, yeah.
Good night.
So thank you again and goodbye.